Meantime, San Diego a half-game lead in the NL wildcard, and in San Francisco, Chris Young looking to avoid going 0-5 in his last 10 starts. Fred Lewis knows if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Broken bat single for Lewis. Randy Wynn, who had 4 hits, scores. Giants lead 4-2. Next batter, Omar Vizquel. Base is still loaded. Oh, by the way, that's a pass ball on Josh Bard. Klesko, as in Ryan Klesko, would score, making it 5-2 Giants. Same at bat. Vizquel wants a piece and does so. Money, 2-run single. Rich Aurelia and Lewis would score. A Giants win, sending the Padres to their 4th straight loss, 9-4, the final. So with the loss, the Padres slide back into a tie with the idle Phillies for the NL wildcard lead. The Rockies are just a game out of the wildcard race. Oh, by the way, with Bradley out and Mike Cameron out with a torn ligament in his right thumb, the Padres on Monday acquired Jason Lane from Houston in exchange for a player to be named or cash. 27-game hitting streak. Moises Alou, the second longest by a player over 40 since 1900. He's 40. Alou up 2 on 2 out. On the ground. Fielder's choice at second. Inning over. Alou 0 for 1. Top 4, Mets lead 1-0. Robert Fick up. Runners on the corners. Fick deep to Alou. Alou can't make the play. Austin Kearns, Ryan Zimmerman score. Kearns, by the way, had a 3-run homer in this game. Mike Pelfrey, control issues all game. The Mets starter did he have? I sound like Yoda there. Bottom 6, Mets trail 7-1. Alou. There it is, extending his club record hitting streak to now 28
You're better looking
games.
than him.
Thank you. That was nice. Ryan Langerhans up 2 on 2 out. He goes deep, a 3-run blast. Nationals just clobber the Mets. To David Wright, it's embarrassing with the season on the line to go out and get embarrassed on your home field.
I mean, he was short and green and stuff.
Yeah, he was a good actor.
A half game to game Monday because the Red Sox enjoyed an OFF on the schedule. Top 2 scoreless, runners on first and second. Curtis Thigpen grounds down third base line. Alex Rodriguez can't pick it. Aaron Hill's going to score, and just like that, Andy Pettit and his team are down 1-0. Top third, Aaron Hill grounds to Derek Jeter, and Jeter, Lovie Smith, though, afterwards said Derek Jeter is our shortstop. So that's good for him. Blue Jays go up 4-0. And then in a 4-1 game, 2 outs, Hideki Matsui, high fly. That's their 3rd out. We're good, but Reed Johnson just wants to loosen up the Ojos, fires it away, and, well, I'm not sure what that's all about, but Ted Barrett's there to make sure and keep order. Blue Jays win at 4-1. Pettit loses for just the 2nd time in his last 11 starts. Now the Yankees lose, but they clinch a tie for the wild card because the Tigers lost to the Twins. All right, let's go to Milwaukee. It's Big Marquette School anyway. Cardinals, Brewers, 1982 World Series. Milwaukee desperately trying to hang on to the 82 mojo. That'll help. Prince Fielder, 3-run shot, 40th of the season. I'm telling you, let's look at a replay. We measured off 458 feet. This is full-on, behold the power of cheese. It's over the fence. It's all the way back. It's halfway up the facing, the big beam they got there.
I got you.
4-0. Ryan Braun, 33rd of the year. There you go. They're just pounding it out. Brewers club record for home runs, 13-5, despite getting most everybody on their team thrown out in that one.
AL West Division champion Angels had their sights set on the AL's best record. They took on Texas. Irvin Santana looking to avoid going 1-10 on the road this year. Marlon Byrd, number 10, doubling his total he had all of 06. 6-5 Texas. It was 8-5 Texas. 2 on, 2 out. Juan Rivera. That'll work for a double. Orlando Cabrera and Casey Kochman score. It's getting interesting. Angels down 8-7 now. Next batter, Messier is Turris. Right to Michael Young. Young, by the way, had 4 RBIs. Rangers win at Angels, a game back at Cleveland for the AL's best record.
Playing the role of spoiler, and maybe Bud Black's own guys are spoiling San Diego's ride. Lost 4 straight, lost the wild card lead, lost Mike Cameron and Milton Bradley to injury and then insult too. Brian Giles and Khalil Green combined 3 for 35 during the losing streak, and Green's streak isn't over. Struck out by Matt Cain. Top of the 6th, already 4-0 Giants. Scott Hairston, crush job off Cain, 9th of the season. Watch it again. Huge flip of the bat. Guy thinks he's Reggie Jackson. And there's some barking from Cain. I'll remember that. Giants still had a 4-1 lead, though, in the game. Cain keeps talking. Top 7. Here's Green, and maybe he's out of his slump. Get out of town. That's his 25th of the season. Nice power from a middle infielder. Padres chipping away. It's 4-2. Here's Hairston up again with 1 on, but this time it's Brian Wilson. Strikes him out, looking inside fastball. Kane waving goodbye, probably wishes that pitch was a little more inside. 2 batters later, 2 on for Adrian Gonzalez. How about 99-mile-per-hour cheese? Wilson gets him. Top 9, 4-3 Giants, 2 out, 2 on for Brian Giles. A 2-0 fastball, get out. 3-run shot off of Wilson. The 99-mile-per-hour pitch didn't matter there. Giles had been a 4-for-50 funk before that home run.
Well, the game of interest, 7:05 start between the Phillies and Braves. In Philly, Jamie Moyer on the bump, throwing the pill over the dish. Mark Teixeira, that didn't get enough of the dish, so now it's 2-2, and Teixeira unloads. Man's got 15 homers, 52 RBIs in 50 games since joining up with Atlanta. It's 3-0 in favor of Atlanta. Bottom first, Jimmy Rollins. It's this one off Chuck James, deep left, keep going, keep going. His 30th of the season. Jimmy Rollins, now the second Philly to join the 30-homer, 30-stolen-base club. First guy was Bobby Abreu. Phillies cut it to 3-1. Chuck again. Chuck! To Ryan Howard, 2-run shot, his 43rd, but he has 1 steal. Phillies cut it to 4-3. Previously, Ryan Howard just 1 for 15 against Chuck. Jason Worth off James. Well, James was getting shelled there. Phillies tie it at 4. Let's go to the 6. It's a 5-5 game. Matt Diaz, base hit up the middle. Doesn't have to be far to be effective. Andrew Jones heading home. Aaron Rowan's up with the throw. Good aim, just a bit behind. Braves take a 6-5 lead as Jones is in ahead of the throw later in the inning. Thanks, we'll have more. Edgar Renteria grounds it through the right side. Diaz, Escobar come in to score. Braves up 8-5. They stretch it to 10-6, and they keep their playoff hopes alive.
The Rockies went into action in L.A. just a game out of that highly coveted wild card spot. Ubaldo Jimenez and that Rocky staff, best ERA since the All-Star break. You see where Yorvin Torrealba wants the pitch? While Jimenez misses badly inside, and with 2 on, James Loney does not miss. Get out, 3-run shot. Dodgers a 5-4 lead. Andre Ethier, fly to center. Corey Sullivan comes up throwing. And if you're calling for Jeff Kent, leave a message at the beep. He'll call you when he gets home. Great job by Torrealba to block the plate. No relation to Jessica Alba, or Jennifer. Troy Tulowitzki up with 1 on. 2-run shot of his own. 23rd of the year. That's the most ever by an NL rookie shortstop. Matt Holliday, scary time here. Drilled by Scott Proctor. I mean, that is side of the head right there. Nailed him. Holliday, an MVP candidate to many, would stay in the game. Brian Fuentes, base loaded jam with 2 outs in that 1-run game. Matt Kemp bloops to center. Ryan Spilborgh's coming on. Fuentes out of a tough spot. And the Rockies come through and win again, 9-7. So here's the deal in the NL wild card. So you figured some heat off the Mets in New York taking on the Nats. Tom Glavine, 7-1, an ERA of 3.33 at home this season. Here's Glavine, leaves one over the heart of the plate, and Austin Kearns recognizes. And it's a 3-run shot, his 16th of the season. The Nationals, a 3-0 lead, was 4-2. Glavine facing Justin Maxwell.
1 to Maxwell.
That pitch looks pretty fat to me, too, but I'm a long ways away. Maxwell doesn't care. He hits it a long way. 2nd of the season for him. Nats had a 6-2 lead. 6-3, 2 on, 2 out for Tony Batista. Carlos Delgado, well, he's got it. That's great, but he's looking around, and by the time he throws, it's too late. Inning continues. Next batter, Brian Schneider. When you give him an extra out, you line a 2-run single to center. And Washington enjoying an 8-3 lead. Bottom 9 we go. It was 10-3. The Mets trailing 2-1, 1 out for Jose Reyes when he hits 1 out. His 2nd home run of the game for the diminutive shortstop, 12th on the season. 3 batters later, bases loaded from Moises Alou. He'd already extended his hitting streak to 29 games, and this could extend the game itself. 3-run double. It's a 10-9 game all of a sudden. Chad Cordero lifted, and then some. Next batter, it's Carlos Delgado. And Delgado strikes out. Andy Chavez was pinch running for Alou. He steals 3rd. So 2 outs, tying run at 3rd. And Paul LaDuca lifts a short fly to right. Kearns is there. The Nats survive the Mets' 6-run 9th inning and hang on to win 10-9 at Big Shea. So here's the deal up to the 2nd of the NL East.
Arizona Diamondbacks lead the NL West. It's 3. 6 games to play. Half those games against the Pirates. Chris Snyder, his team down 5-1. rally time. Tony Clark will score. D-backs now down 5-2. You score by 1 in baseball. 2 batters later, bases Chuck Connor Jackson, singles to right. Justin Upton scores. Snyder hustling. Get out. Done. D-backs now trail 5-4. 2 more batters later, so you got 2 on, 2 outs. 2 out hits get you to heaven, even if you bust up your bat into toothpicks. Steven Drew comes through. Augie Ojeda comes home. Buccos losing Jake 9 games, headed for double digits, perhaps 5-5. No. Josh Phelps, RBI single there at 6-5. The Buccos would hold on to this lead. Nigel Morgan, first homer as well, and this one good for him. The Pirates are your winners. This loss, coupled with the Padres and Rockies wins, tightens the NL West even more. The string injury. All right, maybe Alex Rodriguez can hit him there with the bases chucked. He gets the money ball. 53rd homer of the year is his 3rd granny this season, 16th career grand slam. 5-0 Yanks, and Alex Rodriguez now the first player with 50 homers, 150 RBI since Sammy Sosa in 2001. Again, he's at 53 and 151. We go to the 6th. Devil Rays now trailing 5-1. Akinori Iwamura with the bases loaded. First pitch from Brian Bruni. Jorge Posada takes a trip out to the mound. Something to say to Johnny Gomes at second base. Perhaps maybe he was stealing signs, whatever. We don't want that to happen. Let's go. Mind your business. We don't want cheating. We don't want stealing. We don't want video gate later in the at-bat. Bruni walks Iwamura. And Navarro scores. 5-2 Yanks. Joe Torre bummed. Maybe we should have let him know what he was coming. He could have hit it and grounded into double play or something. Next man up, Jorge Valendia. And he, too, has himself a grand slam. Difference is, this is his first career home run, so he's got some catching up to do if he wants to get to A-Rod in many categories. But the Devil Rays take a 6-5 lead. Now Joe's really bumming. Top 8, tied at 6. Derek Jeter at the plate. Runners at the corner, 2 out. And Dan Wheeler strikes out Jeter looking. He's still a pretty good player, but usually he comes up there. Bottom 10, 6-6. Home half. Jeff Karsten's on facing Navarro. Yanks, bullpen, tragic.
Swing and a drive, deep right field, back of the ball and Rayu, it is gone! Rays win! Rays win! The former Yankee farmhand, Deanna Navarro delivers, and he postpones the Yankees playoff celebration.
The Yankees bullpen allows 7 runs in 4 innings. They've given up 20 earned in their last 5 games, 7-6, and the Yankees are going to have to wait another day before they can clinch. Tigers won as well.
All right, with that, a deep sigh of relief in Boston. The Red Sox, all of them look relaxed. I mean, all of them. Manny Ramirez back after missing 24 games. Sox went 12-12 without him. Manny would go 1 for 2 in this one with a run scored. Kevin Youkilis also returned. He went 0 for 2. Curt Schilling would pitch well. Pick up his first win in his last 5 starts. It's Marco Scutaro. Schilling is 1 strikeout shy of Bob Gibson, 13th on the all-time list. How about Julio Lugo hitting against Rudy Lugo in the 8th? And he walks him. The first brother versus brother at bat since the Bettis boys 5 years ago. And Julio would get the laugh on first base. Bottom 8, here's David Ortiz already in a 5-1 game. Poppy takes it up and out. Get out of town is 33rd. The Red Sox win for just the 3rd time in their last 8 games. So here's a look at the AL East. Red Sox do pick up a game on the Yanks.
Love Johnny, but this is baseball. And if the Cubs did not boast the Cubs' history, they would walk to the Central Division title this week. But nothing is ever easy, not even the Marlins. Jeremy Hermida, ground rule double off Ted Lilly, who has been the Cubs' losing streak stopper. 3 hits for Hermida, 4-0. Dontrell Willis here in the 3rd gets Alfonso Soriano in the 6th. He gets him again. Willis, 7 Ks, breaking the franchise record for career strikeouts already. Hadn't been around that long. Top 9 Cubs down 4-2. Aramis Ramirez flies out to center. That seems harmless enough, but he throws the bat in disgust. You're out, and then walking back, chirps at Andy Fletcher. He will not be chirped at. You'll be done. Ramirez an ugly 0 for 4 in this one. Next batter, Cliff Floyd, representing the tying run as the Fish try to win their 8th straight over Chicago. Consider it done. The Marlins win 4-2. Give D. Nice the victory.
All righty, so an opening for Prince Fielder and the Brewers. Prince would make his own opening in the atmosphere. The bottom of the 1st with 1 on. Get out of town off Braden Looper. That's his 49th of the season. Curtain call for the big fella, further making his case for National League MVP. Brewers a 3-0 lead. Bottom 7, the Brewers up 7-1. Here's Fielder sitting on 49 home runs for the season. We flash back some 17 years ago. Prince's dad, Cecil Fielder, that's his 50th home run of the season. He actually had 2 home runs that game and finished with 51. Back to Tuesday night.
Swinging a fly ball to left. Slicing toward the corner. Schumacher on the warning track. It's gone for touch fielder. The big 5-0.
Fielder becomes the youngest player to hit 50 home runs in a season, and the Brewers win easily. And with it, they do creep closer, and the Cubs' magic number stuck at 4. All right, the Mariners, well, they're playing for pride. Victor Martinez and the Indians, they're playing for the American League's best record. Top 8, Indians lead 3-1. Here's Martinez, hard swing, and, well, fouls it back hard, right off the back of his knee. Take another look. Martinez would have to leave the game, bruised knee. Back, front, side, ouch. Bottom 9, Adrian Beltre with one on. They were trailing by 2, not anymore. Beltre belts one off Joe Borowski. It's always been an adventure all season for Borowski. 26th home of the year, tied at 3. Kenny Lofton at the top of the 12th with a runner on third. That's a sac fly. Ichiro can't throw out as Drupal Cabrera. Indians take the lead, go on to win.
Angels, Rangers, LAA playing for seed at this point. Top 5, we got one out, Eric Ibar. He is jacked up and fires one out of the park. Homer to left of A.J. Murray, and this has got shaving cream pie written all over it. It's his first home run of the season, and just take a 1-zip lead. Bottom 6, Hank Blaylock. Darren Oliver called for a balk. Ian Kinsler scored. Witness Ian Kinsler of the Rangers. 1-1. Blaylock then still in that at bat. Singles through the right side. Marlon Byrd. Byrd, you're blessed. Rangers take a 2-1 lead. Rangers win at 3-1, and the Angels now on the road, 38 and 39. They'd like to have some sort of home field advantage, I imagine. And a look at the current situation that determines these kind of things. They'll do the whole thing.
I'll speak for yourself. I don't know.
Number 10, Fred, Braves, Phillies, Edgar Renteria, grounder, Abraham Nunez, the stop. Excellent play. Take another look. Renteria would get his revenge later in the game, and I believe here in the top place.
Ooh, revengeful top plays. I like it. Cards, Brewers, Kelly Stinnett, the comebacker, Jeff Suppan. Nice reflexes. The catch. And that's a double play. You've just seen a double play.
Number 8, Grambling, Jackson State women's volleyball. Charnay Gabriel goes into the crowd to make a great save. Then Nicole Walker dives to the floor to make the great return. Jackson State would win the point game, eventually the match. It's good stuff. 1-9-1.
I didn't know there was a Central Park Zoo. Braves and Phillies. I know there's a Central Park and a Bronx Zoo. Abraham Nunez, the grounder. Edgar Renteria. There's the revenge right there. The Braves win 10-6. Nice play.
Number 4, Nationals, Mets. Justin Maxwell, liner to third. David Wright plays third for the Mets. Right there, leaping high. You could probably get several dimes and even a quarter underneath him. Excellent play. We'll have more from this game very soon.
Like how soon, you mean?
Right now.
Oh, Nats number 3, Jose Lopez. Pop up, Carlos Beltran. Look at that, goes backhand to make that grab. It was a fun game. That's lost 10-9.
Number 2, Twins, Tigers. The Iron Chef pop up to short. Jason Bartlett going out, going out. There you go. Mama made him just tall enough. Good over the shoulder catch. Twins lost, though.